everybody. Welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 17B. Today we're going to finish up everything that we have left in Unit 17, starting with moving in triple meter. Go ahead and move with me, please. Do-da-dee-do, chant macro beats on do. Do, 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 micro beats. Do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. I chant micro beats, you chant divisions. Do-da-dee, 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 switch. Do-da-da-da-dee-da, 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 do-da-da-da-dee-da. You chant micro beats, I'll chant a tie pattern. Do, do-da-dee, do. I chant micro beats, you chant a tie pattern. Do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. I'll give you one more tie pattern to do. I'll chant macro beats, you chant a tie pattern. Do, 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 do. I'm going to sing Old Castle. And let me just take a quick look at this here. I don't quite have this one totally in my head yet. While I sing this song, you can move to macro beats and micro beats, or you can do a creative movement of your choice for this song. Bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, bum. I'm going to sing Welsh Corgi. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Go ahead and listen to this song and see if you can identify the meter after I'm done singing it. Bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum. So this is in triple meter. Go ahead and move with me. Bum ba bum. One more time. Bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum. We're going to do some rhythm patterns in triple meter. Go ahead and move again. Echo me, please. Ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go ahead and come to the keyboard. We're going to look at the keyboard geography and technique on page 51 over on the left side, and today we're doing numbers 3 and 4, starting with play the minor triads in the 4 piano key categories. So remember, our first category is all white keys, so those triads are A minor, D minor, and E minor. Go ahead and practice those if you need to. Our second category is white, black, white. We have a black key in the middle. So those are C minor, F minor, and G minor. Go ahead and practice those if you need to. Now, just like in major, when we had the ones with just a black key in the middle, now the ones with just a white key in the middle are just a half step over from the 3 that we just did. So we just did C minor, F minor, and G minor. The ones that are black, white, black are C sharp, F, oops, there we we go. C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp minor. Sometimes you just have to make the mistake and say, yep, I did it. C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp minor. Go ahead and practice those if you need to. And then our three oddballs are the two Bs, B minor, B flat minor, and then the one that's remaining is E flat minor. All black keys. So B minor, B flat minor, and E flat minor. Go ahead and practice those. If you're not very comfortable playing all of the minor keys, all of the minor triads, please practice this every day, because the more of these activities that we do, the more helpful it's going to be to play all of the minor triads without having to worry about it. We're going to practice the E major, tonic, subdominant, and dominant triads in 3 positions. So we're going to take our tonic triad in E major, and we're going to play and sing in our 3 positions. So let's go ahead and play and sing those together. I'm going to need to switch octaves in the middle of this one. Do, mi, so, do, so, do, mi. At any point that you need to switch octaves, that's totally fine. That's do. We're going to go to do, fa, our 4 chord. And let's sing that as we play. Take your time, switch octaves as you're singing wherever you need to. Fa, la, do, fa, do, fa, la. And then we're going to do the same thing with our dominant chord. Fa, so, ti, re, so, re, so, ti. Go ahead and practice those this week. Make sure that those are easy. You're practicing finding those 3 chords and using them in different ways in a variety of keys. So this week you're doing E major. We're going to look at the exploration, creativity, improvisation. Today we're looking over on the left side of the page. We already did this part, so we're looking at numbers 1 and 2 over here. And these are both improvisation activities that use a couple of different triads. Now when you do this, you can play just one note at a time, you can play multiple notes at a time. Whatever you do, try to challenge yourself. As soon as you're able to do the exercise or able to do something with the improvisation, then challenge yourself to make it more interesting. So for example, this one is going to use triads on so and fa when G is do. So here's G major. So that's D major triad and a C major triad. So we're going to chant a 4 macro beat triple meter rhythm pattern. Do da dee do ta 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 do da dee do. When to switch back and forth from one to the other. So that's playing one note at a time. You can play something in the other hand as well. You can do parallel motion and play the same thing. Something like that. You can do contrary motion where you're going to play in the opposite direction with your other hand. Let's see, I haven't tried that. If you want to. You could also play all chords in one hand. You don't have to repeat the chords. You don't have to have another rhythm in the other hand if you don't want to, but you can. You could also do a couple of notes from the triad in your other hand. a variety of things. Don't just play it. I did it. I'm done. I improvised with so and fa. Do more things. All right, and then number 2. So go ahead and try some things with that right now, please. And then as you practice each day, go ahead and try something different with those triads. Now we're going to do some things also using triads. These are triads on La and Re when E is La. And you can plan the meter and the rhythm patterns. Let's see. Maybe we'll do, day, do, today, do. So you can use, for the tonic triad, you can use your root position, you could use your first inversion, and then the root position of the subdominant chord. You can do it that way. You can do both chords in root position. You can play both chords in first inversion. So decide how you want to move around with your melody, and then again you can do all of those same things in the other hand. You can also do different kinds of harmonies, but we're going to look at that right now with a different improv activity. So go ahead and play some things with those triads on La and Re in E minor. And then there's one more improvisation activity that's not in your book. For this one, you're going to echo a rhythm pattern, and I'd like for you to create an idea with this rhythm pattern using any piano keys. Play 2 or 3 piano keys at a time, and this opens up a whole world of things that you can do if you're playing 2 or 3 keys. Make sure you answer your idea using either this rhythm pattern or a different rhythm pattern. So I'm going to do a few examples for you of things that you could do, and then I'll go ahead and chant the rhythm pattern for you to do this improv. All right, so here's our rhythm pattern. We're in duple meter. Day to do, day, do, to day, do. So here I go. We'll play it on just one key together. Let's do one key. I'll change it one more time. I forgot that part. Day to do, day, do to day, do. Here I go. So what I did that first time was I took keys moving in parallel motion. I chose a key, I'm in D major. And I had the hands move in the same direction. Right now I'm doing one key in each hand. You could also do parallel motion closer together. Moving in thirds. You could have one hand stay in one spot and the other hand move. Do something like that. You could have one hand creating a harmony while the other hand makes the melody. Ooh. And then you can do the same thing if you have 3 keys. You could do and that's part of what you do when you improvise, is you say, oh, this seemed to fit. Oh, this didn't seem to fit. And you're just exploring and learning as you play. You say, oh yeah, I could think more about where my chords actually are when I add some more things in. So have fun trying a variety of different things when you play 2 or 3 piano keys at the same time. And I'll go ahead and chant that rhythm pattern again for you to do this now. Make sure you answer the idea with either the same rhythm pattern or a different one. Do, day, do, I will chant. Day to do, day, do to day, do. Day to do, day, do to day, do. I hope you go ahead and pause the video right now and try a variety of different things using that rhythm pattern. It's a fun pattern. The next thing we're going to do is some review. So today we're reviewing units 7 and 8. So we're turning all the way back to unit 7. We're looking at Honeybee on page 25. If you've been following along with the video series, then all that you should have left for this song is, this piece is the tonal pattern. So we're going to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and play this piece once, and then go ahead and join me in playing before we do this tonal pattern. It's in duple meter, major tonality, do is, G is, do, melody starts on so, do, day, do, here I go. Go ahead and pause, practice this if you need to. It may have been a while if we've just had a break before you came to this. And then go ahead and play this with me. So pause if you need to. We'll play it together. Remember to play the accompaniment as well. Do, day, do, play with me. So for the tonal pattern, if we sang first the melodic pattern of this, that's all of our rhythm and rhythm along with our tonal syllables, it would sound like this. Go ahead and sing with me if you can. Do, mi, so, here we go. So, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, re, do. Mi, fa, so, mi, re, mi, fa, re, mi, fa, so, mi, re, mi, fa, re, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, re, do. Ha, that's a lot of solfege. So let's break this apart a little bit at a time for the tonal pattern. So we've talked with a lot of these about a surface structure tonal pattern and a little bit deeper structure tonal pattern where we bypass some of the passing tones and some of the other things in the piece. So we're getting just a little bit deeper into the structure. So with the tonal pattern at the very beginning, you could do so, fa, mi, or you could hear fa as a passing tone and you could sing so, mi. In this case, because we're not changing the chord, it might make more sense to hear it as so, mi. I've personally been still singing so, fa, mi, because fa is in a little bit stronger of a rhythmic position. So either way would work there. After that are re, mi, fa, re, do. What I would hear is re to fa. We'll take out that mi in the middle there. So our tonal pattern would go from re, mi, fa, re, do. Take out mi, it's re, fa, re, do. Go ahead and sing that with me there. Re, fa, re, do. So we just took out one passing tone, but to me, that's a lot easier to audiate. So then when we go to our middle section, what we just did provides us the template for the middle section. Instead of mi, fa, so, mi, re, mi, fa, re, we take out the passing tones and we have mi, so, mi, re, fa, re. Again, to me, a much easier to audiate. And then we do that twice. Mi, so, mi, re, fa, re. Go ahead and sing that middle section with me. Starting on mi, just like the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and sing fa as we have our tonal pattern that we had at the beginning. So, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. Go ahead and sing that ending tonal pattern with me. So, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. All right, let's try the whole thing. Start from the beginning. What we just sang. So, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. B section. Mi, so, mi, re, fa, re, mi, so, mi, re, fa, re. Last phrase. So, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. Then when we perform it, we play it exactly as we just sang it. So you can listen to me play this and then you can play afterward, or you can play with me. I'll go ahead and sing while we play. So, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. B section. Mi, so, mi, re, fa, re, mi, so, mi, re, fa, re, so, fa, mi, re, fa, re, do. I just thought of something too with that beginning tonal pattern. If we did take out fa, then it might make the beginning and the middle a little bit more coherent. So, mi, re, fa, re, do. Makes that a lot more similar to mi, so, mi, re, fa, re. So maybe an argument for not doing it how I just did it and taking out fa. These are the sorts of things that music theorists love to argue about. All right, so we're going to create with this tonal pattern. So you're just adding some kind of rhythm to it. Any rhythm in any meter. It can be in the original meter. I love to hear that as an echo, as you can tell. So you can do that however you'd like to. Often when I'm trying to play a tonal pattern, it's helpful for me to start by playing it in the opposite meter, by playing it in triple meter, so that I don't automatically just play the original song. And then you could put passing tones in there. You could put the passing tones back in. You could add another passing tone. That's the one that we had. We added in another one. So have fun creating with this. Go ahead and do that now. And just one more fun tidbit about this particular song. So this is a German folk song. I assume it's German. I need to go back and look at the book because I have a book of German folk songs, or a book of folk songs that are sung in Germany, not all of which are German. Let me just correct myself there. But they have this song and the middle section is backwards in that particular book. Just evidence of how when you have oral tradition, things that are passed down not by being written, they end up in different forms, which is really interesting. Also helps us not to be too reliant on what we see. There are different things that are correct and acceptable. It doesn't just have to be what we have on the page. All right, turning to Unit 8, major cadences we're going to review. So we just finished last video doing the minor cadences in review from what we just learned. Now we're starting to review the major cadences from way back when. So this week, what I'd like for you to do is review the major triads. Hey, we just reviewed the minor triads. Now you get to do the major ones too. So you get to review all the major triads and do the major tonic and dominant chords. So major triads, C, F, and G are all white. Then we have A, D, and E are our white, black, white. Now remember, we're going to have our mirror image that's just a half step away from those three, A flat, D flat, and E flat. So go ahead and compare those to each other. A major, D major, E major, and then A flat, D flat, and E flat. So just a half step away. And then we have our oddballs, which are still B and B flat, and then G flat major. Notice too that our all black key major and minor triads are relatives to each other. G flat major is all black keys, E flat minor is its relative minor. Interesting things. So go ahead then and choose any piano key, say the letter name and call it Do. So we'll start with D as Do. Then we're going to play 1, 5, 1 arpeggios. You can go up or down. Do, do, so, do. And then once you've played that, go ahead and play that now. If you didn't play with me, go ahead and pick any piano key. Don't just do the easy ones. So let's do E flat. Here we go. Do, do, so, do. Go ahead and practice all of these as much as you can. Do 3 or 4 of them every day, cycle through so that you're not doing the same ones every day. You want to be really, really comfortable with these. This just provides you with a foundation for being able to play in any key and being able to harmonize in any key. Then for our tonic, subdominant tonic, we're going to finish these up on both pages when F is Do and D is La. So for the melodic cadence, both for F major and D minor, would you add the left hand roots? So and that's the same thing for D minor on the next page. And then for the arpeggios, you're going to play 1, 4, 5, and 1, which again, we've been practicing so much already. And then in D minor. So go ahead and take a little bit of time, practice all of those things now. Mark those down on pages 27 and on page 28. And then we're going to look at our other keyboard piece for this unit. So this one has 2 keyboard pieces in it. We're going to look at circle dance. Don't turn there yet. I did, but don't. So I'm going to play it. Go ahead and move to macro beats and then add micro beats in when you can. Decide if this is duple or triple meter. Duple meter. Is this major or minor? Can you audiate the resting tone? La in minor tonality. Go ahead and echo these rhythm patterns. And actually, I was doing it this way. We're thinking of it a little bit differently. We're going to think of it this way. Do, day, do, echo me, please. Do ta day ta do ta day, do ta day ta do day. Do ta day ta do ta day, ta day ta do day. Do ta day, do ta day, do ta day ta do day. day, do today, do today, to do day. We're going to chant those two rhythm patterns as a statement and response. So I'd like for you to chant the first rhythm pattern, and I'll chant the second one back. I'll go ahead and give you that rhythm pattern before you start. So your pattern is do today, to do today, do today, to do day. Ready? Chant. Do today, to do today, do today, to do day, do today, do today, do today, to do day. Now let's do that. We're going to switch places. I'll do the first rhythm pattern and you do the second one. Your pattern is do today, do today, do today, to do day. I'll start mine. Do today, to do today, do today, to do day. Do today, do today, do today, to do day. One of the things that you want to think about when you're doing a call and response is that you hand off the rhythm pattern to the next person. So I did that a little bit when I was chanting with you and also chanting my pattern by myself. Do today, to do today, do today, to do day, do today. And then you're ready to come in. It makes a seamless transition from one pattern to the next pattern. Go ahead and echo these tonal patterns, please. La, do, mi, do, la, si, la. Just getting that in our heads. Do, la. Do, la. Do, mi. Do, mi, la, mi, la. We're going to listen for those tonal patterns in the song, starting with do, la. Bum, 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 bum. So if you were having a hard time finding do, la, that's because we have both repeated notes and passing tones as part of this pattern. Do, do, bum, bum, la, la, la. Do, do, bum, bum, la. So do, la, do, la. So that's where it is at the beginning of the song. Now, thinking of passing tones, listen for do, mi. Bum, 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 bum. So it's right where that second section of the song starts, the part that's repeated. Do, bum, mi, do, bum, mi, bum, 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 repeat. Do, bum, mi, do, bum, mi, bum, 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 bum. And with that in mind, then we can maybe pick out mi, la, bum, 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 mi, bum, 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 la, la. That is several passing tones in the middle. Do, bum, 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 bum. That's not part of this pattern. Mi, bum, 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 la, la. A number of passing tones. So with that in mind, do go ahead and open up now to page 53 in your book. This is in duple meter. It's in minor tonality. La is D. Melody starts on do. Go ahead and sit in a comfortable position to play the song. Let's play Springtime 1 in D minor just to get that keyality in your fingers. We could do it in two hands too. This might be a good thing to start doing. Get both hands ready because we're going to do accompaniment as well. Let's play and sing those tonal patterns. Do, la, sing. Do, la, and play. Do, la. Do, mi, sing. Do, mi, and play. Do, mi, la, sing. macro beat melodic pattern. Just to hear those repeated notes. Do, do, ti, ti, la, la, la. Go ahead and play that with me. Ready, play. Now play the second melodic pattern, the second 2 macro beat pattern, and compare. So they start out the same way, and then they end differently, both in the rhythm and in the tonal pattern. So, and that's getting us ready for what we're about to play. So go ahead and chant some micro beats just to get that pattern solidified before we move on. Do, day, do, play, and chant. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. And then we're going on. So here's the last half. Notice our 5-tone pattern, our pentascale. From mi on down to la, do to mi. Let's play the last half. Ready, play with me. Do, mi, mi, la, do, mi, la, la. Let's play the whole piece. Do, day, do, ready, play. I'm going to play the accompaniment with you and talk a little bit about the chord changes. Do, day, play with me. Ooh, what is that? This is a cool set of harmonic changes here. So at the beginning, in our first phrase, it's just la, si, la, si, la, tonic and dominant. Then our part that goes do to mi, is going to be our 3 chord, which is called our mediant chord. This chord sounds like our relative major. Do, mi, so. So for just a moment, we've moved to our major. And then we go back to si, la, 5, 1, without the strange note. So it's really neat harmony. I'll play just the root harmony. You can just listen if you want. This is really neat. If you want, you can play the root harmony for this. You can play La for tonic, Do for mediant. That's our 3 chord. And you could play Mi. So you could do it. And it fits really easily in your hand. So if you want, you can play those chord changes. It's up to you. If you don't want to play them or don't feel comfortable doing that, then please make sure that you play this along with track 35 so that you can hear those harmonic changes. We're going to come back to those in Unit 18A, which is coming up. So here are your assignments. Number 1, audio tracks 36 through 38, the last ones in the book. So audio tracks 36 through 38. Number 2, keyboard geography, page 51. left side, numbers 3 and 4. So that's assignment number 2. Assignment number 3, improv, page 51, left side, both of them. Assignment number 4, review units 7 and 8. Assignment number 5, circle dance on page 53. You're doing the melody in each hand. Make sure you mark both of those. And if you can, try the chord changes. That's not the accompaniment. We'll do that next time. And then number 6, you have a choice. So for this and for both units in both of our 18A and 18B, you're going to have a choice for what to do for your rhythm pattern and tonal pattern projects. Because I don't want to completely overload you. I do want to split my infinitives, but I don't want to overload you. So we're going to look at the rhythm pattern project, number 5 on page 60, or the tonal pattern project, number 5 on page 61. You choose rhythm pattern project 5 or tonal pattern project 5. What I would do is choose whichever one of these needs more practice for you, or if you're feeling ambitious, do both of them. Here are the tracks that you're going to need. So if you tend to struggle more with the tonal pattern activities, go ahead and do that. Get some more practice with that. If the rhythm tends to be a little bit more difficult for you, do the rhythm pattern project so you get a little more practice with that. Here are the tracks. So if you're doing rhythm pattern project 5 on page 60, then do tracks, any tracks from 21 to 32 for the pattern CD. Any tracks 21 to 32. If you're doing the tonal pattern project on page 61, then use tracks 18 and 20. One of them is going to be with syllables and one of them will be without. So tracks 18 and 20. And that's all. Thank you very much for joining me for Unit 17B for Book 3. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.